In this video, I'm going to show you how to open and set up your document so you can flat it. The first thing is to find your document wherever you downloaded it from Canvas. You can either open it by double-clicking and then going to Open With and then finding Photoshop 2020, or what I like to do is just dragging it over to the Photoshop icon. This will open it right up. So because we've opened the document directly, I'm just changing to the regular paintbrush tool. Because we've opened this file directly, we don't know what size it is. So to check that, you want to go to Image and then Image Size. The reason this is important is because if you're painting on something that's too small, it's going to have very bad quality. We see that this is 8 by 9-ish, which is a totally fine size, but the resolution is at 150 and we want it to be at 300. So if your document is too small or the resolution is not at 300, make sure to change it right now, and you can just make sure that resample is selected, and then if you hit OK, the image becomes bigger, and this will just make it better for later and for coloring it in. Once you've done that, you can see that the background is locked, and we want to hit this lock right here and unlock it. So now we have layer 0, and if we turn this off, we see that there's this background, this transparent background. So let's just turn this back on, and we're going to want 2 layers with the color. We're going to want this thing in the back, but we're also going to want a layer of lines sandwiching the color. So we want to duplicate layer 0, and you can do this 2 ways. You can either go to this these lines, I call it the hamburger, and I do that because a professor of mine does, and you can go to duplicate layer right here, and this lets us change the name. You don't have to though, and you can just hit OK, and now we have 2 of the layers with lines. The other way to duplicate it is, you see this icon on the bottom of the layers window is the square with the plus in it, is the create new layers button. So if you were to drag a layer over to the create new layers, it duplicates it. Now we have 3, which is too many, so I'm going to trash one of them. This is going to be important because what we are doing here is we're adding, so we have our lines, and we're not actually adding color to the lines. We're going to add color in between the lines. So we have this line drawing that's black and white, and we're going to be adding color. Let me turn this top layer off. We're going to be adding color by, let's just use the lasso tool for now, to, you make a shape and then you use the paint bucket over here to fill color in on another layer. So we can turn that on and off. I'm going to hit Command or Control D to deselect. And now what happens is if we turn layer 0 copy on, the top layer, and we switch the blending mode, what blending modes do is impact what's visible on your page. So these blending modes will either make the black invisible and the white visible, or the white invisible and the black visible, which is what we want. If you set it on multiply, we don't want layer 1 on multiply, we want layer 0 on multiply, we want the top layer to be on multiply. What it's doing is it's made the white disappear. So what we have is the white background from our bottom layer 0, and we have this color layer sandwich in between, and then we have our black lines on top. So that's how you would set up the document. We can delete this one. You just want to make sure that you have 2 layers with lines and that the top one is on multiply, and then you can go to File, Save As, and you want to save your work with your name. So I'm going to save it SD coloring page. And that's it.